Geometry vocabulary definitions. Why is it important to know vocabulary when doing geometry? Now here we have three shapes. Some of them may look familiar to some of you, but let's think about some of the things that have this shape in the real world. You may come up with some ideas like a can of soup, or maybe a Coke can, an oatmeal box, that Quaker Oats box, a punching bag, or even a fire extinguisher. This shape here in the middle reminds us maybe of an ice cream cone, a traffic cone, a party hat, a funnel, or the tip of a pencil. This shape here on the end might remind us of a basketball, a volleyball, a baseball, a ball in general, a scoop of ice cream, a globe, or maybe marbles. Now we need to start putting some names to these things so that we're able to have a dialogue. Once we have a dialogue, then we know that we're talking about the same thing. That's why vocabulary is important, especially in geometry. So here we know that this first shape, hopefully you know, it's called a cone. It has a round cylinder base, flat like a circle on the bottom, goes up to a point. The cylinder, again, it says a circle is a bottom or a base and kind of rises up. And a sphere is kind of like a 3D circle. There are parts of these things that we need to understand and to be able to talk about. For example, a radius. A radius is a straight line from the center of a circle to the outer edge. It could start here or off into the sides. A diameter is a straight line that connects both sides of the circle and passes through the center of the circle. A circumference is the distance around the outside of the circle. This is also known as the perimeter of an object. An area is the number of square units that completely fills the two-dimensional object. Now we'll take a look at a few more words. For example, and we'll use this cylinder to help us. We'll talk the word volume. Volume is the amount of three-dimensional space an item occupies. In other words, a cubic measurement. Base is the bottom of a three-dimensional figure. Here we have a circle on the bottom of our cylinder. And height is the measurement of how tall a figure is. Now, going back to our three figures here, our cone, our cylinder, and our sphere, you will notice they're all based on a circle. There's a circle as the base for the cone. There's a circle as a base for the cylinder, and the sphere is really like a circle in 3D. So when we talk about things that are going to work with circles, we need to involve the letter pi, the Greek letter pi, which helps us to figure out how to find areas of circles. So it's an irrational number that we use to find areas of circles and volumes of objects that have a circle as a base. So we're going to be using pi in our definitions, and we need that. That is what you need in order to find volume of these figures and area of these figures. So hopefully these definitions will help you to understand geometry a little bit better.